welcome to another episode of the Decades Legacy Challenge. My name is Misty, and if you are not part of the Raven family but want to be part of the Raven family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can become part of the Raven family. We have entered 1939, and unfortunately, it is the beginning of World War II. As you can see, we are here with the O'Hara family, and Gemma is just whipping up a cake because we have two children in the house that do have a birthday this year, and so she is getting a sugar-free coconut cake going so that we can go ahead and have us a birthday. But also, we're going to have to get Liam registered for the draft. So that is something that we are going to need to take place as well in the earlier part of today. So she has finally got that cake taken care of, but we're going to get her to pop some birthday candles on that, and she's going to grab herself a bite to eat because, as you can see, she is feeling just a little bit peckish here. And once she does that, then we will have her go ahead and go on upstairs. I do think she needs to take care of a little bit of her needs there and go and use the washroom, and then we'll have her grab little Eva and she can help Eva blow out the candles. But as you can see, Liam just realized that it is 1939 and that the war has begun, and so we will go ahead and register him for the draft really quick, and I'm sure he is not at all going to be thrilled about that news. But it has to be done. It is time for the war, and Liam is going to be part of that draft. He is one of the first to go. We have 4 people in 1939 that are going to be registering for the draft, and so we are going to be visiting them, and it says he is shipping out to war soon. He is understandably nervous from shipping out from military service. He is quite tense, and I would assume that he is quite tense about that. I don't think that I wouldn't be tense. And as you can see, Gemma here is just playing with little Eva here. I think she needs to go to the bathroom though. Really, I think, Gemma, you should probably go handle up on that right away. So after they're done playing, we'll get her to go to the bathroom. And then once she's taken care of that, we're going to get her to go on downstairs and they can blow out Eva's candles so that we can get Eva aged up. She is becoming a child. It is her birthday. And so we will be seeing Evangeline grow up into a child. So we'll just get her to go on in here. As you can see, the house is in disarray. So I think Liam is going to preoccupy his mind with a little bit of house chores. It will hopefully help with some of his tension. So we'll go down, we're going to blow out those candles, and he is just going to go ahead and kind of tidy up around the house a little bit. So let's go do the birthday thing. Happy birthday, Eva. Happy birthday. She is so precious, but we have to see you go and toddle all the way around the house and do your little age up dance so that we can see you age up. And I'm just going to get Gemma here to put some more birthday candles on the cake because the other child that is aging up today is Edmund, and he is becoming a teenager. But first and foremost, we will follow Eva around the house and we will see her age up into a child and find out what her new traits are going to be. So we'll just toddle with her here all the way around the corner and see her age up. Okay, and just like that, Evangeline has aged up and she got the perfectionist trait. And I think I'm going to actually give her the creative aspiration. So she is going to be our little creative perfectionist. And we will just go ahead and get Edmund to come on into the kitchen here and he can blow out his candles and age up. As you can see, Gemma is just taking herself a little bit of a nap, and Liam is just cleaning up and tending to the house chores and things like that. He is going to come on outside and deal with some of this wash because the house is, like I said, really in shambles. And since he's already tense, hopefully cleaning up will help with a little bit of that. So once again, we're going to watch Edmund walk all the way around the house so that we can age up another child. And like I said, he's turning into a teenager. Looks like he needs to go to the washroom quite bad. So once he ages up, hopefully he will go to the washroom and help his bladder, because otherwise I think he might wee on himself. And just like that, Norma is tapping into that cake. She has not going to turn her nose up at a little bit of cake, even if it is sugar-free. All right, preteen years. Okay, so he's actually turning into a preteen, and he is aging up. He's already proper. We are actually going to go ahead and give him the active trait, I think. And I am going to make him an animal lover. All right, so we have ourselves a preteen and a child that we will need to give a makeover in this episode. And everyone is just having a little bit of cake. And Liam, please get out here and do this laundry. Please, please, please come do this laundry. It is such a wreck. Okay, so he is just coming out. He's going to unload and put away this laundry. Thank goodness, because honestly, nobody else is helping do this laundry, and it's just piling up in little piles, dirty piles that are green and stinky all over the house. For whatever reason, that other line is causing some issues and he can't get to it, but we will go ahead and hang the clothes that are in the bin, wash bin here, and like up on the line so that they can start drying. And we will go ahead and start washing another load, so he'll have to go and gather all of the clothes that are around the house. So I'll go ahead and get him started on that. So he is just going to go all around the house and pick up all the loads of laundry that the children have just thrown here and there, because the house is in desperate need of someone picking it up. And as we know, cleaning usually puts him in a pretty decent mood. I don't know right now if anything is going to put him in a decent mood. He is under a serious amount of stress knowing that he is about to ship out to the war. So I think even though he is doing some mundane tasks around the house to try to get his mind off of the fact that he's about to ship out to war, I think really right now nothing is really making him feel like, oh, you know, it's just a brand new every other day, like every other day. No, he knows that this looming anxiety that he's about to go to war is, you know, it's there in the back of his mind. Nothing he does, no chore is kind of making that go away. And so Gemma's just having a little bit of this cake, and when she's done with that, I'm going to have her clean up in the kitchen here, and they'll just all work together to get this place cleaned up, because it is seriously in a bad way. So she is just cleaning up. Once all of the trash has been thrown away, we can go ahead and probably put that cake away, but truth be known, some of the children will probably come in and want to eat that, so we'll just have her take the trash out, and then she can continue cleaning up other things. Yeah, see, I knew it. We'll go ahead and let the children eat that cake. It's not going to last long around this house with a family this big. And he is still just preparing this wash here, and I'm going to see if I can get him to get this clothes off the line here and put them away. And we're going to go ahead and get one of the boys to come out and take care of the chickens. We'll get them to clean the coop and get them to feed the chickens, because it would seem that our rooster is letting us know that he is unhappy and is needing fed. So we'll just get one of our boys to come on out. He can obviously clean the coop, collect the eggs, and scatter some feed, and that will make everyone happy, while Liam takes care of the wash, and Gemma just piddles around the house here a little bit, cleaning up after everyone, because, you know, why would anyone else clean up after themselves? Of course not. That would be too much to ask, clearly. So now that Liam has gotten some chores around the house done, he is really feeling the stress. He knows that he is about to leave his family to go to war, and he's kind of wanting to tell them all goodbye, but he doesn't really know what words to say. It looks like Norma likes mischief. That is perfectly fine. Norma has always liked mischief, but now that she's finally come to her senses and this knowledge has dawned on her, She has, you know, just decided to let us know that. But we have always known that Norma likes mischief. She's always been that way. She's always been a little bit of a feisty one, that Norma. But Liam knows that he kind of wants to tell everyone goodbye, but he just can't seem to find the words. But let's go ahead and get the hop into cast. I want to show you guys the makeovers that we did for the 2 kids that aged up. So this is Edmund after his makeover, and this is what he turned out to look like. This is his everyday outfit here. So let's just quickly go through his outfits. So we have his everyday. This one is his formal. Then we have his athletic wear and his sleepwear, his party, swim, his hot weather outfit, and his cold weather outfit. And then if we hop over to Eva, this is what she looks like after her makeover. And her everyday outfit. And then we have her formal outfit. Her athletic wear. Her sleepwear. Her party. Her swimwear. Her hot weather, and her cold weather. And we will go ahead and hop back into the game. And once again, Gemma is just cleaning up around the house and taking the trash out. But Liam is not sure exactly how to tell his family goodbye. He doesn't really know what quite to say to them or what words to even say. You know, he does feel a duty that he does need to go fight for the country, but he isn't really sure what to say. So he is just cleaning and using the frustrations of not knowing what to say, and he's taking it out on these clothes. But he knows that he does need to say something to his family. He knows that he needs to tell them their goodbyes. He needs to try to express to them how much he cares about them, because he's unsure that, you know, what's going to happen, and it's very possible that he may not make it back. So he is just going to talk to his girls first and just let them know how much he loves them. He's going to tell them, you know, ladies, I just want you to know that I'm very proud of you. You know, if for whatever reason something were to happen and I, while I'm away, am not able to get back to you guys, please know that I love you and how proud I am of you. Please know that, you know, I need you guys to band together, help your mom, and I just want you to know how much you mean to me. And he's going to tell Gemma, you know, you're the love of my life. You are everything to me. You're the mother of my children, and I hate that I have to leave. I hate that I have to go. But I do. Please know that even if I'm not here with you, I'm always going to be here with you. You'll always have me in your heart. And she's like, Liam, don't jump to conclusions. Don't think like that. You're going to make it back. Everything's going to be fine. And he's like, you don't know that. You know, I lost my dad to the war, and we never know what's going to happen. So I just want you to be prepared. And I may come back, you're right. But if I don't, I just want you to know that I love you. You know, my mom lost my dad, and he never got to really, well, maybe he did say his goodbyes, but I just want you to know that I love you. So Liam is stressed. He is freaking out, and he is really, really tense about this whole shipping out business. And I think he would, you know, just want everyone to know how much he cares about them, and he doesn't want them to ever doubt his love for them in the event that he weren't able to make it back home. Gemma, on the other hand, is not willing to think like that, and she's like, no, we're absolutely not going to think like that. We're not going to even go there. You're making it back, and that's that. So she's going to go in here. She's going to make supper for the family. Everyone's going to sit down. We're going to have supper, and everything's going to be normal. And he's like, but it's not normal. We're right on the cusp of me leaving. Like, I'm going to get a sleep, and then I'm going to war. Like, this isn't normal. I'm leaving in the morning. And she's like, no, I don't want to listen to this. I'm not going to listen to this. And he's like, I'm going to go out and deal with the plants while you cook. And she's just not going to have it. She doesn't want to listen to anything he has to say right now. So he is just out here talking to his plants and just trying to pretend like things are normal, like Gemma is trying to tell him, but unfortunately that's really not going well. And as you can see, her boys are in here and they aren't joining her with the cooking, and she's like, boys, I don't need you to tell me how to cook, but let me show you what to do. So she's giving them a little bit of a cooking lesson here, and they are all really close and getting to know, how to cook here a little bit. And they're having a really good time in the kitchen with Mom as she teaches them how you make faux meat casserole. And they're like, why aren't you doing real meat casserole? And she's like, well, your sister's a vegetarian. That would be rude. And she's like, why do you care about that? We like the real stuff. And she's like, you can't even tell the difference, boys. Don't be so, difficult. Just, you're going to eat it and you're going to like it. You'll eat what's served or you'll go without. That's the way it works around here. So they're like, very good, Ma, very good. So this is the way things are working in this O'Hara household today. She is just not having it from the men in her life. She's like, I don't know what is with all you stubborn men. I'm not even putting up with it today. Just, this is the way it is. All of you are going to listen to me. Your dad is going to stop talking the way he's talking, and you boys are going to eat what's put in front of you, or you're just not going to eat. And that's that. So she is going to go ahead and call everyone to a meal, and everyone's going to come in and have a sit down, and we're going to have a meal together. And then Liam is going to be able to go ahead and have a little bit of time with his boys. That way he can let them know what he thinks and what he wants to tell them, because he had his time with his daughters and now he needs to have his time with his sons. And he needs to tell them all the things that he needs to get off his chest for them, because unfortunately he hasn't had his chance with them yet. But trust that Liam does have words of wisdom for his sons. So he's just going to sit down and he's going to have a little bit of a meal here and speak with the boys. Why are you not sitting in there with them? He's like, well, I'm just going to enjoy my food alone first. I need to think of the words. So he's just going to eat his casserole here while he thinks of what he's going to say to his boys. And he's like, dang, that's good. You can't even tell it's not real. Alright, so he's come on into the kitchen. The boys are in here, and he's going to have a seat, and he's going to just have a little conversation with the boys. Hopefully he'll have a seat. Liam, are you going to have a seat? No, you're just going to stand there? Okay, that's fine. So he's just going to tell them, look, boys, I just want to let you know that, I have to ship off, and as we know, it is not something that I really look forward to, but it is something that has to take place. I am not, naive enough to think that everyone returns. And if for whatever reason something were to happen to me and I'm not able to make it back, I do want you to know that I'm very proud of you boys. I love you both very much. I expect you to step up to the plate and help take care of your mother. And I just want you to know that I love you both so very much. And so he's let them know that he is expecting them to basically man up and become the men of the house if something were to happen to them. It is the next morning here, and Gemma is up. She is feeling extremely tense. She's feeling like she's missing out on her dreams, but I think some underlying tension from Gemma is she knows that today is the day that her husband has to go off to war, and she doesn't want to think about it, but I think, unfortunately, she's stressed about the fact that she is about to be worried out of her skin over her husband being gone to war. She has a whole family of children that are going to be going to school, and she is going to be here home all by herself, worried sick over the fact that her husband is out there fighting in a battle, and she's not going to know what to expect. She's not going to have anyone here to keep her preoccupied. Usually Eva would be here and she would be taking care of Eva, but Eva is a child now and Eva will be in grammar school, and so Eva won't even be here for her to kind of keep her busy. So the only thing that she's going to be able to do is tend to the house. So she'll be able to deal with the plants. She'll be able to do those kind of things, but she's not going to be able to preoccupy her mind with anything other than mundane house chores. And I think she has a lot of tension about that. So as you can see, everyone is just going through their morning routine. They're trying to go to the bathroom, get themselves ready for their day so that they can head off to school. And as you can see, Liam is heading out. It is time for him to go to battle. He has said his goodbyes to his family, and it is time for him to go off. Unfortunately, he is off to war. And all of the children now are getting themselves ready because they have to go to school. And poor Gemma is going to be home alone. And what in the world is she going to do with her time? She has no idea. She really doesn't know what she's going to do, but she is worried sick. Right now she's currently feeling inspired because she knows that all of her kids are going to go to school, they're going to get an education, they're going to become something of themselves. She's really hoping that the fight and the battle goes well and that Liam will return home safely, and she's inspired that, you know, she's kind of confident that that is the case, that she's going to see him soon. And she's trying to keep the hope. But in the back of her mind, she's scared and she doesn't know. And she can keep up a brave face while all of her kids are around, but as you can see, now that the kids are all at school, she's here standing out in the rain, just staring at an empty clothesline, doing nothing, because she can't even think to do anything. She's like, what am I supposed to be doing with my time? I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just standing here. I don't even know what to do. Like, I should probably be doing chores, but I don't even know what to do. I don't know. What should I be doing? Should I be listening to the radio? What should I be doing? And she's so just distraught over the fact that she doesn't know if she's going to hear any word, when she's going to hear any word of Liam. And she doesn't know when she should expect him back home. But she's just so tense about this whole fact. And she is thinking to herself, surely this time will pass quickly. Surely this will, surely it'll go super quick and he'll be home before you know it. And unfortunately, Liam has not had the best of luck while on the battlefield, and we have a fallen soldier, it says. Guys, we have lost Liam. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we've had our first casualty of war, and Liam has fallen. It says, we regret to inform you that Liam has fallen in the line of duty. Our nation is grateful for the service of all those who lay down their lives to protect our citizens and our communities. We mourn with you at this difficult time and hope you can be comforted by the presence of family and friends. Liam has died in World War II in the year of 1939. So guys, we have lost our dear sweet Liam. And Gemma has come outside to see what's going on and has found the love of her life and found that he is gone, that he has fallen in the line of duty. And she is distraught, knowing that she has lost her husband, the one true love of her life, the father of her children, and that he is gone forever. And she is very, very sad. Oh man. Poor Gemma. So I'm going to go ahead and engrave the epitaph We are going to make it say, dearest Liam, you will be missed. Loving husband and father. Died in World War II in the year of 1939. And we'll put that in her inventory so that we don't lose it, because we are going to take it to the memorial cemetery and put that in there at the end of the war. And it says that she's going to go cry it out. It says she's mourning the death of a loved one affects those closest to them. Sims can mourn at a tombstone to feel more at peace, and she's a widow. Few things are sadder than when spouses are separated by death. And she is distraught, guys. She is distraught. And unfortunately, on the other side of town in Strangerville, things are looking a little bit dire over there as well. So let's go ahead and head over to Strangerville now so that we can check things out over there. So we have made it over to Strangerville to Finnegan's place, and Finnegan is newly married, and Finnegan and his wife are quite upset themselves. As we know, Finnegan has just lost a family member, and as you can see, his wife is very pregnant. But he is going to be going and letting his wife know that, look, I have just lost a family member in the war, and I have to go. Like, I have to go to battle. And I have to go fight in this war that just took my family member. And she's like, what do you mean you have to go to war and fight in a battle that just took your family member? I'm pregnant. You can't go to war. You can't just up and leave me here alone pregnant. And he's like, I have to. I have no choice. Like, I understand that you're pregnant. I'll be back before you know it. You won't even know I'm gone. I'll be back probably before the baby's even born. And she's like, you can't leave. You can't leave me here to have this baby by myself. What if you're not back? What if you're not back before the baby's born? What if you're not back at all? You can't just leave. And he's like, I have to go. I have to fight. I have to. I'm being drafted and I have to go. And she's like, you can't leave. You absolutely can't. And he's like, I understand that you're upset. I promise. I will return. You can't know that. He's like, I understand that you're upset. I love you, Cupcake. I do. But I have to go. She's like, oh my God. I'm so mad at you right now. I can't abide by this. You can't go. And he's like, I have to go. I've been drafted. Like, I actually have to go. So she is very upset by the fact that he is going off to war and leaving her here pregnant. They are not happy at all by the fact that she's very mad. Charlie's just like, you're not leaving, and he's like, Charlie, I have to go. So Charlie's mad, and she's like, you better be back before this baby's born. That's all I have to say, Finnegan. You better be back before this baby is born. So Finnegan is going to head off to war. He's just gonna go have himself a little wee here, and then off he goes. She is furious at him, though. And on the other part of Strangerville, we have Judd Ishida, who is with his lovely pregnant bride, Frances, and he has to let her in on the news that, look, my uncle has just passed in a war. I know you're not going to understand this, but I lost my father in the war, and I lost now my uncle in a war. I have prepared my whole life to fight in a war. I know that doesn't make sense to you, but it's time for me to go. I have to draft out. And she's like, what? And he's like, I understand if you don't understand. I really do. I know it sounds crazy, but I've prepared for this my whole life. Everything's going to be fine. I'll be back before you know it. This baby... Y'all are my whole world, but I have to go and do this. I have to fight back. These politics, the things that are going on, someone has to right them. Someone has to right these wrongs. Someone has to fight these things. And I have to go. I have to do it. I have a duty. And I know you don't understand. And she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you are this passionate about this. Well, go if you must. I understand. And he's like, thank you for understanding. Before I go, I just want you to know how much I love you guys. And she's like, do you want to feel the baby before you go? And he's like, of course I do. I love you guys so much. You're my whole world. So he's going to feel the baby, and he's going to tell her again how much he loves her, and then he's going to go ahead and he's going to head out off to war. And over in Oasis Springs, Adrian Kane is also preparing himself to draft out for war, and he has to let his beautiful bride know this news. And as you can see, Veronica is also expecting. So everyone is expecting, and everyone has husbands going away to war, and some of them are quite understanding and some of them are not. And Veronica is going to be one of those who unfortunately are not. And he has to let her know, look, my love, I have to go. And she's like, you have to go where? And well, I have to go to war. What do you mean you have to go to war, love? Well, we've just lost Liam, didn't you hear? Well, of course I heard, but I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with you. Well, yes, it does have to do with you. Well, we're having a baby. You can't just up and leave. I understand, dear, that we're having a baby, but I have to go to war. I've been drafted, and unfortunately, I have to go. Well, you can't go. We're having a baby. Don't they understand when babies are coming, that takes precedence of the war? And he's like, no, dear, that doesn't take precedence, and they don't understand that. And so she is very upset with the fact that he's leaving. He's trying to bribe her with love and flowers, and she's like, I love the flowers, thank you so much, but it doesn't change the fact that you can't go. Okay, honey, I have to leave. I really have to go. So he is going to, unfortunately, be leaving to head off to war without her reassurance and without her support, because she is very upset with him that he's leaving at all. And she's like, if you're going to go, then go. But I'm not giving you my support. I refuse to give you that. You're not getting my blessing. And he's like, okay. Well, so he's going to go hide from everyone under the bed first. And then he's going to go ahead and show up at the base camp. So the boys are here at camp. As you can see, they're happy to see one another. Adrian is like, whatever, you guys do your thing. They've given each other a hug there because, as we know, they are family. And so we are just here at the base camp. They have shown up to report for duty. Everyone is getting drafted into the war here, and they are all very tense, pretty nervous about the fact that they are drafted for war. It's very tense, the situation. As you can see, everyone is feeling really, really nervous about it. They don't know what is to come for them. They don't really know what Liam faced out there. They don't know what the situation is like or what the circumstances may hold for them. Obviously, it's pretty serious considering it took Liam's life, and they are pretty worried about that. As you can tell, Adrian has gone ahead and got a fire started. The guys are here to bunk down until they have to go out to war. They are roasting some marshmallows and playing some guitar, just trying to kill a little bit of time. But Judd over there is ready. He's pumped. He's going to come over and he's just going to have a seat and he's going to talk with Adrian. He's just going to say, what do you think we're going to see out there? Do you think that it's going to be really, really bad? Like, I don't know what Liam saw out there. I don't know what we're walking into. Do you think that it's in really bad shape? Do you think we stand a chance? What are we expecting? What do you think is out there? Do you think we're all going to die as well? Do you think we're going to make it home? We all have babies on the way. And not saying that, it was okay for Liam to go because he didn't have a kid on the way, but we all have babies on the way. We kind of have to make it home. And I think Adrian would just tell him, son, it'll be okay. So it's the next morning. They're up. They're having themselves a little bit of breakfast here. Everyone is still pretty tense. But as you can see, it is the neighborhood brawl. Judd is really feeling antsy this morning, and he is just really unsure about what's going to happen. He is ready to get out there on that battlefield and get this over with. As you know, he has been waiting for this his entire life. He lost his father to World War I and that disease, and he has let his tension rise for far too long, and now he has started a fight with Adrian, and they are going at it. Unfortunately, Finnegan is just standing in the background like, oh my goodness. Well, it looks like Judd won that one. So, boys, I guess, will be boys, but the tensions are definitely running high here in this campground, in this base here, because they are really high-strung as they wait to be called out for their turn at the battlefield. And unfortunately, they just can't seem to behave themselves, it would seem. They are not necessarily ready to get out there and go, but I think they're ready to get out there and go. It's almost like they are ready because they're ready to get this job over with so they can get back home. So they're like, come on already. We're ready so that we can go home to our families. We want to get this over with. We're ready to go home. We don't want to be out here. We want to be home with our wives. We want to be home seeing our babies, holding our babies. We know that our babies are going to be coming soon. We don't want to be worried about battlefields and being out here in the rain. Like, no, we want to be at home, cozied up with our women and next to our fireplaces, in our beds. Why are we here? What are we doing? Like, obviously we want to get this over with. So they're ready. They're ready to go. They're nervous. They're tense. But they're ready to get this over with. They are arguing about things they shouldn't be arguing about. They are like, look, where do you think we should be going? And Gianni's calling saying, hey, Adrian, I think that Jim O'Hare is pretty cute. Should I ask her out? Well, I guess you can ask her out. I don't necessarily know if Gemma will go for it, but you can go for it. And if she goes for it, then I guess she goes for it. She did literally just lose her husband, so I don't know that she will be keen on you, but you can ask her, I suppose. Alright, so they are just going to continue having their little chat here. And hopefully, we will be able to ship off really soon. And we just got a notification that Veronica just had one male baby. So our ladies are giving birth to our sons. And so, yeah, their children are being born. And we're still just here waiting for this war to be shipped out. And it is just about time for that to take place. We are getting really, really close to being shipped out. We only have a little bit of time left, and our guys are going to be going out to war. So our babies, are being born, and our guys are going to war now. So let's go to war. And the battle has begun. And that's it. We have our first soldier back. And what is the news? Did he make it? Oh no. Oh no. We have a fallen soldier. We regret to inform you that Judd has fallen in the line of duty. Our nation is grateful for his service. Oh my goodness. No, not Judd. Oh no. Poor Francis. Oh my goodness. Guys, we've lost Judd. We have lost our second casualty in the war. Okay. We have another person. Finnegan is back. Finnegan is back from the war, but he is changed. And Adrian is back from the war, and he has survived, but he is also a changed man. Okay, so the only one we lost in this tour here was Judd. So for 1939, we've lost Liam and we've lost Judd. The guys are so very upset for his loss. And now someone is going to need to go and tell Francis that Judd is no longer with us. And let's go ahead and engrave his epitaph, and we are just going to say, Judd Ishida, loving husband and father, you will be missed. And again, died in World War II in 1939. Oh, that's so sad. And we'll put it in the inventory, and then we will go ahead and let him take this to Frances so that she can have his tombstone here. So he is reported to Frances' house with the bad news. He has come to tell her that her husband is no longer with us, that he has unfortunately died in the line of duty, and to give her the tombstone so that she will have that, so that she can obviously pay her respects and mourn him, and also so that when it's time, she can place his tombstone in the memorial cemetery. So he is just going to go ahead and just say, look, I'm really, really sorry for your loss. Unfortunately, we have lost Judd during our time at the battlefield. And she's like, what? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, I cannot believe this. He told me he was going to be fine. What do you mean you've lost him? And she's like, this is unbelievable. He's like, I'm really sorry. I don't know how to express my condolences other than I'm really sorry. Like, he's my family too. And here's his tombstone, and she's like, this is not a, what? This is unacceptable. I can't believe this. How? We have a baby together. And he's like, I know. I'm so sorry. And if there's anything I can do for you, anything at all, please don't hesitate to ask. She's like, you can leave. That's what you can do. And he's like, okay, I'll go. So Finnegan is going to leave. He understands that she's really, really upset. And so he's going to go. He also is obviously very, very upset. He's lost now 2 family members in this war. But guys, I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next episode of our Decades Legacy Challenge for part 2 of World War II for 1940. And until then, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.